Yes guys, it is Saturday morning and there is still a couple of hours for you guys to go into the description, download Ultimate Fan. It is my season-long partner here on GBFC this year. It's FIFA pack openings mixed with a bit of fantasy football, but instead of winning a big cash prize at the end of the year, there is £5,000 to be won this week, last week, every bloody week of the season. I'm not making many changes to my team right now. I've got a predominantly heavy Liverpool-Manchester City lineup. I've taken Saint-Maximin out because obviously he's playing against Chelsea today for Newcastle. And I've put in the inform Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Send me in a couple of pictures on Twitter of your team. And if you haven't already downloaded the app, you've got to be 18 plus. Link is in the description. And let's get into this match preview. Yes, guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson Football Channel for your Newcastle versus Chelsea Premier League match preview. Newcastle away is always the game that I look at and I think it doesn't matter what is going on at Newcastle United. When Chelsea come to town, it's like a European final, an FA Cup final for Newcastle. They seem to turn up and usually put in, I say usually, not every single time, but quite often in terms of memorable bad away days, Newcastle away is not one that I enjoy whatsoever. But today, I'm hoping that Chelsea's blistering form, we've won our last 5 games. Newcastle, it is still a bit chaotic right now. Obviously, the future is going to be very bright, and in the future of this fixture, Newcastle versus Chelsea and a trip to St James's Park could, in a few years' time, end up being a title-deciding fixture for one of these two sides. But at the moment, they've got Graham Jones as their manager. Still no new manager coming in. There's talks of Erik ten Hag, who's a very decent manager, being offered a massive salary at Newcastle. And at the moment, they're super struggling. They're down at the bottom, and unless things pick up, and January is just around the corner, but are they still going to be able to spend the kind of money that we know is going to be available to actually get them out of trouble, which they're in massive, massive trouble right now. Since the start of last season, Newcastle have also conceded the most home goals out of any side in the Premier League. So, when you look at how good Chelsea have been, we scored 7 against Norwich, 4 against Malmo before that. Southampton in midweek was a tough game. We got it done on penalties, but Chelsea are in such great form, and Thomas Tuchel has organised this team now so that these potential banana skins like Brentford away, we managed to keep a clean sheet again, get the win, and games like today against Newcastle are going to be games where Thomas Tuchel will look back on Chelsea's history, recent history particularly, in this fixture, and try and make sure that we don't make the same mistakes again. I think the Newcastle team that we're playing today, I think it's great that this away game is before a new permanent manager comes in or before they can even go out and spend money, because it's always going to be tough. It's a long trip, 3 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday, which means 10 PM tonight here for me. So 6 Things We Learned will be out straight after the game. Before we get into anything, I do want to ask you to subscribe to GBFC and hit the like button on this video. I know there's not many hours to go till kickoff, but if we can hit 2,000, I'll be happy with that one. Newcastle have not won a single match all season. Chelsea, it is your duty today to make sure that we don't let it be today that it happens. We've got some team news that isn't great news. Our inform midfielder, Mateo Kovacic, is going to be out of this game. Not ideal for Chelsea whatsoever. However, Sauna gets played in midweek and he looked decent. He looked a lot better than he had in any other minutes we've seen him so far. Jorginho's there. Kante's been training, and there is rumours that he might be fit enough to start. So when we go through my starting 11, you guys are going to see the midfield that I pick. It's not exactly like Chelsea is struggling right now to field midfielders. Ruben Loftus-Cheek has been coming back. He's been in good form. Kovacic, of course, 5 assists this season already. He's been brilliant, but he won't be in the team today. But without any further ado, we are going to build my Chelsea starting 11 that I believe is going to go there and not be cursed by the Newcastle away fixture today. I think this Chelsea team is going to go there, pick up all 3 points, and continue to dominate the Premier League. We begin with Edouard Mendy as the goalkeeper. I need to take a little sip of water, guys. The sore throat has not been going away for a while. Kepa got the job done in midweek, once again showing what I say in virtually every single match preview or every single match review. When I talk good about one of the keepers, I always reference just how good the other one is. Mendy will come back. He has been absolutely phenomenal in the Premier League this season. He's kept more clean sheets, or as many clean sheets as both Alisson and Ederson, who are also locked in on 5 clean sheets so far this season. And I think it's obvious. We've conceded less goals than we've kept clean sheets, which is a phenomenal stat in favour of Mr. Edu Mendy. We move into my Chelsea centre-back three. And again, there are so many questions that can always be asked in this Chelsea team about which personnel it's going to be. Trevor Chalobah, every time he plays, he looks so good. And even though it is at the detriment to the captain, Azpilicueta not playing, who again has not put a foot wrong this season. He's been very, very good, particularly when playing in the wing-back role. But today, I'm going to go with Chalobah, Thiago Silva and Rudiger, which again, the obvious one that misses out is both Azpi in that position and Andreas Christensen. And again, I could flip a coin and pick any of those players right now, with Rudiger being the firm one in the left centre-back position, because everyone's in such good form. Everybody knows the job they need to do. And the thing I really like about this Chelsea defence is they're great tacklers of the ball, standing, sliding. You got Rudiger, who likes to go on a crazy run every game, and it is just a matter of time before he scores a screamer. And I think he's going to do it today at St James's Park. You heard it here first on GBFC. Thiago Silva, still absolutely wonderful, 37 years old. And Trevor Chalobah, next to both arguably the best centre-back in Europe right now, Tony Rudiger, and the experience of Thiago Silva, there's no wonder why Chelsea are reportedly offering Trevor Chalobah a brand new contract, despite the talks of Matthias de Ligt coming in. And I've spoken all week about the Rudiger contract situation. I spoke on Twitter about it. I think if Chelsea are going to go out and spend big money on another centre-back, and evidently, most likely offer him something within the region of 200k, then we should be giving Rudiger this money. Absolutely no questions asked. Andreas Christensen too. Still no developments with the contract. I'm hoping that both Christensen and Rudiger will sign those deals very soon. We move into the wing-backs today. And I've gone with Reece James and Benjamin bloody Chilwell. The man cannot stop scoring in the Premier League. Reece James netted one last week as well. Lovely little dinked finish over Tim Krul. I think these two, at the moment, they pick themselves. I think Reece James is a sensational player. I think Ben Chilwell is in the form of his life. And with the new licence to get as far forward as we've seen him do on numerous occasions in recent weeks, he's such a threat in this Chelsea team. He strikes the ball so well. He's scoring goals. Great goals at that too. And I think the two of them right now are the informed wing-backs / fullbacks in the Premier League. Now we move into the midfield too. And I wanted to put Ruben in there, but at the same time, this is a banana skin for Chelsea. Not saying that Ruben Loftus-Cheek is not up for, getting the trash stick and picking up that banana skin and tossing it out the flipping door as we drive back on the bus down or fly back down to London. But Kante and Jorginho are my midfield too for this game. I think if Kante's fit, he always needs to be playing. And if he is available, he'll be playing, obviously. Ruben could play alongside Jorginho if Kante isn't fully ready for this game. But with everything that's happened in this fixture in the past, I'm always so nervous for this game. So in the terms of building the team that I would like to see, and the fact Kante's been training, I want to see N'Golo Kante in this midfield. And I think with Kovacic out, I would go with Jorginho. I wouldn't pick Saul over Jorginho or Ruben, despite his performance against Southampton. So that is my midfield too. Moving in to the front three, Mr. Hat-trick, Mason Mount. Last weekend, he showed once again why Chelsea fans, any football fans, should not write this guy off. He's one of the top midfielders in Europe right now. And after last week, I think he's going to go from strength to strength. He's been talking positively this week too. And I think he'll be playing with Kai Havertz through the middle and Callum Hudson-Odoi, praise the Lord, in his favoured left wing position. I think it's getting to that point now where Pulisic is back in training with the team. Great news. Callum Hudson-Odoi needs to take this opportunity. And if anyone's a winner, and I know it's never nice to say it like this, but the Werner Lukaku injuries, this is Hudson-Odoi's moment. This is his time to show what he can do. He's showing it. And if he can keep it going with a big performance today at Newcastle, then I think it's going to be very hard for Timo Werner to get back in this Chelsea team. He needs to keep scoring, keep getting assists for the club. And I think today, Chelsea are going to go out and win 3-0 against Newcastle. I think we've looked so solid at the back. We look so scintillating going forward when we're on full throttle at the moment. And I think despite the banana skin nature of this fixture, as I keep repeating, I just think Chelsea are too good right now. And I think we're going to have more than enough to beat Newcastle by a couple of goals today. A 3-0 win. Any result here that comes away with Chelsea winning 3 points is absolutely massive. If we can do it, then well, we're still going to be top of the league come the end of this weekend. Liverpool are in fine form. City are looking good too. Ole versus Nuno. It's the battle of whoever loses this one's probably going to get fired, which means Antonio Conte goes to that club. So it's actually probably within the interest of both clubs to get rid of both of their dodgy managers and go out to lose the game between Spurs and United this weekend. Hopefully you enjoyed this match preview today. Let me know your Chelsea starting 11 in the comments below. And as I said at the beginning of the video, if you haven't already downloaded Ultimate Fan, you've still got a couple of hours to get in there today before this game week begins. Open your packs, build your squad, and be in with the chance of winning the £5,000 prize money. I will see you after the game for 6 things that we learned. Come on, you Blues.